Okay, this is a house manual for 39 Glenmount Park Road. This is a brand new door with window for more lights and ventilation. You open the door and all brand new furnishings and new paints. It's very clean. And if you don't mind, I think you would like to perhaps take off your shoes here and put it here maybe, so you don't need to clean these staircases by stepping on with your shoes. And there is some fire extinguishers, and this is area where the traditional cleaning tools are hung, but I think nowadays we have all those updated machines, so I think there's less of need for this kind of tools. But anyways, first fire extinguisher, and this is actually the switch that you can actually turn on the light as soon as you enter home. And there is also switch. This switch is for the this local lights, and turn on and turn off. And this one, next one, is actually motion sense lights outdoor, which it's too bright perhaps, but it's very sensitive and it works extremely well. So you can turn it on, keep it on, and it will only works when the lighting detects a motion at night. Anyways, okay, let's enter. Or freshly painted staircases. This is the actually door for the shower and toilet. So it's small bathroom, no shower tooth, but it's very clean and cute. Functional shower stool. So this is a shower stool, and this is rain shower. And there's a few maybe useful tips. So when you actually taking shower, you turn on the lights, put on the water, and now we have a new tankless hot water heater, meaning that it takes some time, perhaps 1 minute, to get the hot water. And so I think you should maneuver. Maybe it's too cold to get all this cold water before the hot water starts, and so you can maybe turn on the water like this and wait a little bit outside and until you get the hot water. Anyways, important thing is to remember how to keep this shower stool, which is notorious for also, if you don't ventilate properly, it will create mold, especially where the white caulkings are. That area in the past, by improper use and lack of maintenance, had to be recaulked every year. And you should endure the dirtiness or mold growth, which I don't think it will be very pleasant. So what I recommend, and what is known method to prevent those, is after each shower, you actually turn on use fresh water, and before you get out of the shower stool, and rinse it off like this. Rinse it off different angle, the entire shower stool, and so to remove any remaining soap scum, which you can imagine that when you actually soap your body, it splashes everywhere on the different directions, and those become food for mold. So if you do take this action, just taking 1 more minute, and rinse it off completely, and use a squeegee left by previous tenant, and remove the actual excess water in all directions. And also, if you can, and use the sponge, if you like to remove more excess water, you actually can do the final kind of drying action. Doesn't need to be perfect, but the idea is to remove excess amount of water, which is natural, naturally collects after a shower, and so to make the drying process faster. So put it back. Then always leave the shower stall open after use. It's kind of logical, isn't it, to make the space more airy. It will help to dry out the moisture which has been created. And most importantly, don't forget to turn on the vent as you start taking shower, and that really helps. So not to delay until you finish the shower, but start taking shower by turning this on. And it's seemingly not as powerful as maybe we like, but it's extreme. It makes a huge difference whether you turn on this one or not. And so run this hood or fan for as long as you like, maybe 30 minutes or 20 minutes and 25 minutes. Anyways, this is medicine cabinets. Yep, I put the contact seat here. You can see it. It's a little air bubble because I just noticed that it can be easily damaged also by users, and just to prevent further damages, I just put this clear contact sheet, which is easy to actually remove and apply new ones if it's damaged. And also I noticed that when you actually use this sink, because of the proximity of this medicine cabinet, this one is very common problem. It splashes a lot of water up to this area, so there has been a lot of damages in this area. Not a rust. I think the material doesn't get rust, but the so to speak, the stickers, manufacturer's sticker has been damaged and came off, and so I had to actually mend it with some other alternative tapes. Well, I used 2 different tapes that repair tent, outdoor tent, white one, and then there's one more layer which is a magic tape, which is surprisingly sticks well, and also it does a good job for a year actually. And then it will get a little bit of water damages because water splashes anyways. It depends on how wild you are, but anyways, then you can replace those magic tape and make it look clean like this again. Anyways, this is the your small also cabinets, which will be very useful. And this is the toilet. Yep, it's all brand new. I replaced it. Anyways, close this one. And this is a bedroom number 1, and very bright. By the way, this is actually a small window which is facing the driveway. And again, the windows are very important to invite a light into the apartment and basement apartment, as well as for air circulation. And but because it is under the ground, when there is heavy rains, and if there are quite a big splashes, you can see that even though you cleaned it, there is soils can collect, can get on this areas. So it's not as visible if you're a short person, but you can always pay attention to kind of give a wipe after maybe at least once a week. And even if you check the windowsill, if you're tall enough, or use some chairs to look at, you're going to see it collects quite of dirt in that areas as well. But it's all cleaned before new tenant moving in. Anyways, I just want to let you know. This is actually a little cover that I have created. This is the a shoe rack, and the dish underneath is of course to help in the winter time when the boots are very wet, and they will create some water if the snow melts inside a house. And so I have an extra rug which comes in. For now, actually, I put some not contact sheet, it's a liner, though it's quite invisible, to protect the surface for a number of guests. Anyways, this is also rock in this tile area. So this apartment is half carpeted and half tiled. So basement apartment, the wood is not really relevant because in case there is a water flooding issue, but in this house, never had a flooding issue, will not have a flooding issue because the ground is it's much more higher than others, and we have checked the deep inside the foundation of the house. Over the last 100 years, there is no sign of water damages. Anyways, this is nice, lovely rug to give some warmth, and this just freshly cleaned with a professional steam cleaner, carpet cleaner. But don't try to step on with the shoes, and because it's, again, you need a steam cleaner to clean this one, carpet cleaner, and it's not detachable. It's almost stick there because there's elastic backing, which has not been removed for 5 years, and it's just stick there. So just keep it there. Bedroom 1, and this is a new egress window, which is a huge. So you can actually use this blind to control the lights and privacy you want, and it's quite spacious. It's a king size bed. Bedroom all freshly painted, and this nice lovely antique dresser, which I cleaned also. It's not perfect condition, but I fixed it. I mended it here and there, which is such a lovely, charming piece. And you can keep your clothes and whatever you want. I just kept this one because I purchased this product, which is a mattress encasement, which protect the mattresses from any bed bug and anything. So it's waterproof, basically. Just to show you. Again, carpet, very warm and nice, and quite bouncy, but need to be kept clean. Keep clean by frequent vacuuming, as well as regular carpet cleaning, which I just done before renting this out. I own a professional carpet cleaner, and it took me 6 hours actually to really deep clean this carpets. Now this is another feature. There's a closet area. It's very deep closet, and with a nice convenient lights, you can hide so many things. So if you have 2 people in the house, let's say, one person can take over this closet, another person use the other closet, which is actually 3 times bigger than this. But anyways, just in case, what is this plug or metal plug is about? It's part of house structure, which I feel what I learned that is connected to the sewage, and so there hasn't been any issues. But as it is kind of in a way connected to the sewage, it's a kind of access panel, access plug, however you call it. If you ever detect weird smell from this closet, you must report immediately, means something is happening. But it never happened, seemingly over the last 100 years. So you will not happen, I think. But as soon as you feel anything, smell anything, you should let me know. And a nice thing about this blind is there's no string, and you just push it up and then it goes up. And this is the egress window. There's instructions how to escape, and when in case of fire. Again, there's no danger of having a fire in this house, and there are 2 powerful CO detectors. But anyways, I still decided to create this one because for the safety feature. This is a screen. You actually pull it off, and then it will push it, and then it will pop out, and you basically step on this one and just jump on and then escape through there. And instead of those ugly metal closure, I decided to create this nice stone wall. I don't know, it's the lighting is weird. Stone wall, and it costs a lot of money, but I think it's quite nice to look at from the window, and it gets a lot of light. It's all natural light. There's no artificial light at this point. It's around 3 o'clock, and it's just such a bright rooms with lots of sunlight. Unusual for basement apartment. Anyways, and perfect privacy. Also, I did a privacy test. It's if you change the angle of a blind, perfect privacy for you. This is a second bedroom. So these two rooms can be divided by this door, and you can close. It's closed here, and you open. Okay, and then you can close it. Yeah, so basically there is sofa bed here, which is left by previous tenant, and it's not like most terribly comfortable one, but you can enhance the comfort by, if someone is sleeping basically and turn into a bed, you can put some extra air mattresses or memory foam on top of it, and you can have a much more comfortable sleep. It's not as thick as the normal mattresses. So this is a very sturdy, beautiful coffee table, which my previous tenant left a lot of heat mark, you call it, right? So I have a suggestion. Please do use coaster when you use drink hot beverages. Always, I have a lot of this, and this is also belong to this apartment. Just made it look like this. And there's a writing desk, and there's a nice floor lamp. And here again, you can turn it off and on. And there's nice sofa also, very comfortable. And this is a room, which is, we call it furnace room, belong to where the furnace, which is this one, and hot water heater over there. They're both brand new. I just replaced it for high efficiency, for energy saving. So in the winter time, you want to hear that when the furnace starts, some kind of sound, but you know, it's not sharp noise or anything. So, but this room gets really, really hot and warm in some ways when the vents when the furnace starts. So this is a structure, important part of a forced air system in Canadian home. So it hits and it forces the air, send the heat to the entire house through the connected vent, which is hiding behind the wall, and then and so they push the hot heated air to their each rooms, and that's the definition of forced air house. And this is washer and dryer in heavy duty. It's very strong machine, and very efficient. I love to use it. And important thing is, after you finish washing, of course, always keep this area open, so it also gets ventilated, no growth of mold, which is kind of basic, which I didn't know when I was 20. No one told me about this. Anyways, it's very important for house maintenance. This is dryer. This dryer also very efficient, but I found interesting is this, so to speak, I don't know, this part where you collect the rinse. It's quite small, so make sure that you clean up this filter every time you dry up. Even in between the drying time, if you like it, you can also take off, clean up with a piece of tissue or like, you know, any cloth. It comes up easily, and put it back. And also what I noticed, as you can see, structurally, these rinse collect underneath here as well over the time. So just to push the hands here, there is a special brush which allow you to be able to clean this one, brush off with a long kind of excess pole, a very thin and flexible one. I purchased this again for house maintenance. You can we'll put it in the floor area and in between the upstairs and downstairs. You saw that where the cleaning tools are. You can use that and then clean it regularly. So you're gonna get a lot of lint from here too. And then you can see sometimes things are dangling down here, and then you just you know, pick it off with your finger. All right. And these are some of appliances left by previous tenants. Slow cooker. You're welcome to use it and clean it. And lemon juicer, rice cooker. Yeah, it's like to make a mashed potato. It's huge. I have one, so I just keep it here. Use it if you like. Use the space. You're welcome to use the space, but please leave most of the space for me to access if there is a machine. This is actually, you're welcome to use this, but don't buy too much stuff and fill it up this space. It's going to be a problem because it obstructs the major structure. If there's a problem, we need to access that. This is what I provide. Electronic heater. If you feel like you need extra heat, but it's costly to warm up entire house by increasing temperature, and you're welcome to use that electronic heater to heat the area you are in, and it's very handy. And this is a kitchen, or freshly painted, and nice and huge refrigerator. This is also left by, it's just like after sun cream or something, because I don't need it. I keep it just in case anyone uses it. There's an extra water jug and milk jug. You can use it. Welcome to use it. And there's an ice cube maker as well, and things like that. And this is yep, it's full kitchen. It's a lot of closet spaces. And one thing that I want to pay attention or mention is that don't put anything wet into the cabinets. And this is what happens when we are 20s or younger. You're not aware of those, and I don't think I knew that myself when I was 20. And without drying these things, cups and dishes, put it back, it damaged the whole surface of cabinet, and I had to fix a lot of them this time, which I didn't notice how much it has been damaged over 5 years, and perhaps by previous tenant as well. So I decided to spend extra times to put the very substantial liners, and there is this so to speak non-slip barrier. 3 layers I added. So this is like a contact seat, it sticks, and non-stick barrier, and then extra liner on top. So no damages by any of these things. But in principle, please do not put anything wet object inside the cabinet, both here and anywhere. Same here, it was hugely damaged underneath, and so I created several very substantial barriers to protect from objects, and now it's filled and looks really, really better. So don't, make sure that everything is in place. It's protected. It's extra protection underneath. Now, what is this? It's a water main, what we call it. That's where the water from the city is sent to the entire house. So when we have a plumbing issue, first thing plumber does, they come down and they ask us to close this water main. So if you close this one, the water supplies to entire house stops. And what is this little dish? This is what I learned after I through the cleaning up the space. So this sections and pipe or near the water main is notoriously notorious for water condensation because of temperature cold temperature from the water coming from the city and coming into the house, which is warmer, creates watery sweating kind of effects. And that water is nothing is leaking, and it's sweats, and that damages also, if there's no protection underneath, damages the wooden structure cabinets. So I fixed this, and I also created extra barrier, as well as I added a water dish here in case anything is dripping. Now in the summer, not as much, but in the winter, the condensation will be severe. I think you will experience more. And then it creates a little bit of like mold-like smell as well because of that. Anyways, all these kitchen tools here, welcome to use it. And this is the organic bin, and use this compostable a vinyl bag, kitchen bag you can buy from even Dollarama, dollar store, and I just lined it, one of them. Keep it here and empty it and close it really tightly, because basement always invites insects. It's just natural. And also there's no kind of pest-like insects in this apartment. It's very clean and ecologically sound, surrounded by park. But spiders and all the insects with the thousands of legs, well, how do you call it? You're gonna attack them sometimes, and you should immediately kill them, get rid of them. Otherwise, you should not provide a home for them, and then it will multiply. So, but anyways, and they love dark and humid places. So make sure that you don't keep the old dishes and dirty dishes unwashed here long time, and you kind of away from home like a couple of days, then it's become a festival. I'm exaggerating a little bit, insects. Anyways, another thing that it's important house maintenance tip, when you boil the kettle, if it is inside, if you boil it like that, you can see all the steams goes here, and then it gets damaged like this. So what you can do, you pull it out and boil water, so steam do not damages go to the furniture. And so, yep. And then after you use it, you put it back, push it back. This is electronic cooker, it works well, and oven. And there is also a lot of the baking related trays that left by Kathleen, the previous tenant, who were actually a blogger, quite successful blog called Taste of Madness. It's all created in this apartment. Anyways, so she left a lot of baking related stuff. And anyways, this all areas as just endless spaces, right? You can use it, yeah. But one thing I noticed while I was cleaning, when you use the oven a lot, and this part gets really heat damages. But we'll see. I mean, how much? There's nothing that we can do about it for now. But anyways, this is another window, and again, ventilation is very important. And so sometimes, get a lot of, get fresh airs. And because there's a huge window over there that I created, egress window, now the air circulation in the house is so good, and it's so pleasant and lovely. Anyways, then coming back to this is a little closet, not closet, it's a storage, unfinished area of house under the staircases. It's a dark. And here is the very important lights. There's no lights. If you can buy maybe some LED lights if you like, put it in the closet, that motion with the motion sense. That will. This is actually a very powerful heavy-duty vacuum that you need to vacuum, of course, the carpet quite frequently, and it's very, very, very powerful. And this is a cleaning product left by previous tenants, too much, please, you're welcome to use it. Don't ever buy extra cleaning products. For me, basically, I don't use any this kind of chemical cleaning product. I use only water and vinegar 1:1 or baking soda. That's all I do. It is powerful and effective enough. And this is all I use in the household. So I provide this one. Vinegar 1, water 1. I created this bottle for vegetarian tenants. And dishwashing liquid. That's all I do. And the baking soda is all I need, all we need for environmentally friendly cleaning actions. This is very important also. Dehumidifier, running for please 24 hours. Electricity wise, it costs less than $2 a month, even though you run it for 24 hours, because it automatically stops when it meets the perfect the humidity level. If you don't use it, it's